This is Centurion, south of Pretoria, on the first Saturday in August, Women's Month. And on this day each year, the region belongs to the ladies, all 26,000 of them, who arrive for one of the biggest women's-only road races in the world, the Spar 5 and 10 kilometre challenge. A month earlier, the giant race was launched at a glittering function in the city. The theme of Find Your Wings encouraged women from all walks of life to join together and rise above the ordinary and express themselves through sport, fitness and goal achievement.
We're told we shouldn't do this. We're told we're not light enough, we're something not enough, and all of that. For me, finding your wings is just understanding that my need for freedom is too great and my thirst for expression is unquenchable. And I have to just be and be great at who I am at this time and serve the very existence of myself.
What it means to find your wings is being able to be brave enough to stand up for what you believe in. And when you find your wings, you in return become brave enough to have your light shine on someone else and help them find their wings, so that we don't only stand up out of our circumstances, but we get to fly up out of our circumstances.
Life will beat you down in so many ways. But finding your wings is being able to soar and fly even after life has beaten you down.
On race day, of course, it was all about the business of running and walking the distance. And while many of the crowd simply had fun, there was a fierce determination about the elite athletes at the front of the 10-kilometre start. Warming up in her own way as well was Gauteng MEC for Community Safety, Ms. Sizakele Nkosi Malobane.
Just to be in this environment, you know, where everyone is happy, everyone is relaxed, old and young women coming together to just say we are here and we enjoy the month of August, a month that is dedicated to women in this country. There is no lecture here. There is no senior person here. There is no beautiful or ugly person here. All of us are the same. We're just lovely ladies who are coming together just to give each other support and raise the plight of other women that could not come here, either because they are poor or because they might be abused themselves.
One of the race patrons is Warrior Rick, a man with strong views on the key role that women play in society. He joined a group of enthusiastic dancers at the 5-kilometre start line.
Women's Month is a very, very special time in South Africa's history. We celebrate it on the 9th of August, but we celebrate it all month and all year long. And right now, you can see behind me 26,000 women celebrating their existence, celebrating their livelihood. And I'll tell you what, they clearly have got their wings.
The atmosphere down the road in the longer race was totally different. This was all focus and concentration as the elite athletes chasing prize money, fast times and a precious Spar Grand Prix points set off on their race. The day was warm, not hot, but with a strong breeze crossing the course. The tour of Centurion included several hilly sections that would test strength, stamina and endurance. Slowly the massive group got going, with the backmarkers taking many minutes to even arrive at the start line. It was a sea of green shirts, with many runners faithfully wore their wings, honouring the spirit of the race theme. This was arguably the strongest field of the series so far this year, and Yvette van Zyl, back to her best just 8 weeks after giving birth to her second child, was there in the green colours of the Nedbank Running Club. As the Spar Grand Prix moved into its second half, the same faces once again appeared up front. The fact that Yvette van Zyl was up there spoke volumes about how women can stay fit throughout pregnancy.
I think staying healthy through your pregnancy helps a lot, and I think maybe my excitement coming back is more helping me through getting fitter than anything else, because I really wanted to get back quick, but I know the transition has to take time, and so I'm taking the time, but my head is going ahead of what my fitness is right now. So I'm really excited just to be back and for the rest of my season of the year that's left.
One of the hallmarks of the Spar Challenge series is the wide variety of women who take part. From the likes of Van Sale through to the weekend warriors who just jog with their friends, we find many celebrities. One of these out there today was another race ambassador, actress Lindy Strydom, who has taken part in many productions, including the TV series Igoli.
Hierheen is die tafsteen nog, ek weet nie hoekom nie, maar die samesyn maak alles die moeite werd. Ek het al gebraai langs die pad, 'n poster gesien van you en Spar, Lindy Strydom, ek het 3 jaar begin hardloop en dit is lekker om te sien. En dan het elke tutu en elke pappa met 'n kleintjie op sy skouers, elkeen met 'n foto op die rug wat sê hoekom jy hardloop. Ons motivering in elke tree. Find your wings.
For celebrating Women's Month, it's a beautiful day.
Highways and byways galore in this area. Spar Grand Prix champion Kesa Molitsani was up there as well.
We're getting a bit more of new blood around the block. You know, we're having a few more good athletes like Lenrus Kaba and a few others who are still coming up, even in the middle distance and the shorter ones. We're still getting a lot of ladies coming up. So it's good that we're having someone new in this, a new era altogether, because we can't keep on getting the same people to win the Grand Prix year in, year out. It's good that we motivate each other and inspire each other to work really, really hard, because I think if it gives them so much confidence that they can also reach that top level of their athletics career. So we're really proud of them. We're proud of how things have been going for us in South African athletics.
The lead group were now 30% of the way through the race, and in that group was Zimbabwean Rotenda Neahora, who's had an amazing and inspiring story of triumph over hardship.
It was really hard, because I thank God, because I'm the one who managed to change my parents' life. It was not easy, because we were living in a one room, and me and my 3 brothers were just living in a small room. Then I was telling myself that, you know what, I don't know how am I going to change my parents' life, but I have a hope that I'm going to change their life. So I came in South Africa in 2006. I was 17 years old. I remember my mom, she was crying a lot, but I tell her that, no, what, I want to change your life. Then she was saying, how? Because you're still young. I say, no, don't put full stop on me. Just put comma, just have faith that I'm going to change your life. Then I came in South Africa. But then I was still a junior. I was running for 75 rand, 100 rand. But I make sure that that little I was getting, I was saving.
When she first came to South Africa, she ran for the Harmony Club, but then their policy changed to include just South African runners.
I ran for Mr. Price for a year. Then 2009, they say, no, now it's open to everyone now. I was so happy, because since I came in South Africa, I was working with Nick Bester. Then that's how we came back to Nedbank.
Rotenda has run dozens of Spar Challenge races, winning several and placing the top 10 on numerous occasions. Spar has been central to her life, anchoring her professional running career.
They changed my life, because I remember after I gave birth to my daughter, each time when I see my child, my heart was so, because I didn't want her to go to live the life that I lived. I want a better life for her. So Pretoria, it was my first Spar. I didn't know about Spar. I just entered. When I saw the pamphlet, the race was paying 10,000. Then I said, let me just go and try. I was second from, I think it was Yvette, she won the race, then I was second. It was a big shock, seeing myself going to the interview. It was my first time ever going for doping, it was my first time ever, running a race, behind the leading car, the motorbike. Then from there, that Spar, motivate my life. I tell myself, no, I have to be part of these big races, because sometimes I used to limit myself, no, I can't win a big race. Then from Spar, Pretoria, I started becoming strong. I tell myself, I can make it. People, they started knowing who's Rutendo through this Spar. 2012, I ran Spar Cape Town. I was running with Reni Kauma. Then when we were running, she was saying that today we are going to run 32 minutes. If you just stay with me, we are going to run 32 minutes. Then I couldn't believe it. Then after the race, I managed to run 32 minutes 55, until today is still my personal best. Then from there, managers, they will start calling me all over. Everyone wanted to work with me by then. But if it was not Spar, I don't think people from overseas, they were going to recognize me.
3 years ago, Rotenda set her sights on running a marathon, where the international focus and the big money is. The Olympics was an obvious goal.
In 2015, before Olympics, I was telling myself that I want to run a marathon to see if I can qualify for Olympics. It was 3 months before the marathon. Then I started training and I told myself, I'm going to qualify and I'm going to represent my country in Rio. I ran 2:39, my first marathon. Then, it was a big day. Then I qualified for the Olympics. It was my first time ever, being the only lady, from our country. It was a big achievement. For next year, I want to go for World Championships marathon. And my main focus is to go there and run for gold level so that I can open doors for myself and make life easier for myself.
And today it was clear that Rutenda's Spar series had reached a new level of excellence as she matched Zaba and Molitsani stride for stride through the capital city. The injury issues that had plagued her earlier in the year had finally been conquered. Now there were just 3 runners in contention: Glenrose, Rutenda and Kessa. And in another world altogether, the walkers in the 5K event were enjoying the fun and camaraderie that is so much part of the Spar experience.
So my legs are stiff. I don't know how I'm going to finish the rest of the 3Ks, but we're doing this.
It is amazing.
Speechless, no comment. It's just overwhelmingly nice.
And when you have the reigning Spar Grand Prix winner on your heels, how do you race to win? Glenrose Zaba explains.
At the 6K mark is the time when I faced with wind, but I able to maintain the pace because I know after 7K the race is a downward. So I tell myself that I will keep the pace. When we reach 8K, I will just increase my pace until the end. All the time I'm training with guys, I'm always in the middle and chasing the guys. When I'm running with the ladies, it's much easier for me. It was a little bit challenge when Kessa come to me and run with me. I know that Kessa, when it's come to speed, it's very fast. That's why when we reach the 7K mark hill, I try to push very hard. And when we reach the downwards, I just sprint until the end.
We were now reaching the final and the climax of the Spar Women's Challenge in Pretoria, where Supersport Park was filling up fast with finishers from the 5-kilometer event.
You can never go wrong with the Spar ladies. It's beautiful. The energy that the women bring into the whole event is just amazing. I'm finding my wings, I'm finding my strength, I'm finding my everything.
Ja, dit was baie lekker geweest. Ons is wel altyd 'n bietjie onfix, maar die atmosfeer is wonderlik en dit is lekker om dit te doen vir 'n goeie doel.
Even the people we didn't know them, they inspired us when we stopped to don't stop running, we're almost there and everything, so it was amazing.
Vrouens is altyd in die verlede agtergelaat. Maar ek moet sê, hierso kan ons sê, ons het 'n stem en ons word iets in iemand, so dis fantasties.
So now it was Glenrose, then a big gap, then Kessa, then a small and decreasing gap before Rutenda arrived. No one else in sight. This was a masterclass performance by Glenrose, but behind her, Rutenda had charged into second place, pushing the Grand Prix champion down into third. Last year, this athlete was virtually unbeatable and had sewn up the Grand Prix title before the final race. 2018, however, has seen her form decline, seemingly due to nagging injury and illness issues. But today, Glenrose Zaba was unstoppable, delivering a run of pure class. Her sustained speed, controlled aggression and fine tactical skill was worthy of possibly the new Grand Prix winner.
I was telling myself that God, please help me to finish the race. I'm too close now to finish the race. It's only 2K to go. And my training guy was on the halfway of the finish, told me, Glenrose, sprint. You on the time, you can't break the time. I just sprint. I saw my mentor, sprint. You can do it, Glenrose. I just sprint until the finish. I can say the race of today was so very good to me. I was so relaxed. I think I'm much fitter than the beginning of the year.
The key factor now for Zaba was the finishing time. If she beat last year's winning time here in Pretoria, a massively important 10 Grand Prix bonus points would go with the 20 she would get for winning the race. Already on top of the leaderboard by a slender margin over Molitsani, this would give her a comfortable margin going into the final 2 races of the series in Pietermaritzburg and Johannesburg. At the end, she looked as fresh as she did at the start, and afterwards she explained how she felt after such a wonderful run.
I'm feeling very happy to win the race of today. To win the Spar Ladies is a very exciting title, and I was planning to win it because it is in Pretoria. To me, it was not very hard because I was so very relaxed from the start until the finish. I can say the Grand Prix is almost on my hands. It just need me to focus and being disciplined. Spar Ladies make me to grow. When I'm racing 10Ks, I know how to run the 10Ks because give me that challenge all the time that Glenrose, you can do it, you are still young and you are very strong. Maybe you can win the Spar Ladies.
Hometown girl Retenda Niahora overcame serious injuries earlier in the year to grab an excellent second place. She is now a real contender in the Spar Grand Prix.
I'm back now, fit and strong. My plan was to be in top 3 and everything went well. After 5 kilometers, that's where I was struggling because I could feel like I don't have enough speed because now I haven't started my speed due to my hamstring because I'm afraid that I'm going to pull it. But when I see Kesa dropping from Glenrose, that's when I just tell myself, you know what, just one kick, I'm going to be there. So everything went well. So I'm just happy, like my training is going well and I'm looking forward for the next Spar.
Kesa Molitsani claimed the final podium position, but is still running at a far lower level than last year. Injuries and illness continue to dog the defending champion.
I'm really happy with my position and my performance for this afternoon. I think I got sick at the Durban race and the recovery was really slow and I actually didn't expect that I could get this far, but I'm glad that I'm back. Making a podium finish is a great achievement for myself and I'm really looking forward to the next 2 races. I think that's going to be a bit better than the previous two races.
Supermom Yvette van Zyl showed just how to do it. 4th place just 8 weeks after giving birth is totally remarkable. How did she feel after not being able to run comfortably for 9 months?
Third would have been better, but 4th, I think, seeing that 8 weeks ago I had my second child, I think it's good. And I'm feeling happy just to be back and just taking day by day. Some days is tough because having 2 kids now is a bit different than having just one. So I think you can cope with more and maybe that helps a bit coming back as well and not coming 24th today and 4th. You're mentally a bit tougher, I think. And it's just being hungry the whole time for the 9 months you were pregnant and being lighter again and not having a belly, seeing your feet while you run. So it makes a big improvement on being back.
Zaba broke 34 minutes with the next 3 runners under 35. Both Glenrose and Retenda scored 10 bonus points in the Spar Grand Prix for these excellent times. Lisa Kellerman and Shanae Bosman took age group line honours, as did Graceta Oliveira in the over 50s, with Judy Bird not running. Glenrose extended her lead in the Spar Grand Prix to 14 points over Kesa. With 2 races to go, she is in pole position to win in October. Amongst the massive crowd was Deputy Minister of Communications, Pinky Kakana.
Spar is saying to us as women, there are issues of social cohesion. Women from all walks of life can come together and walk and engage and become friends. Women are multitasked. Women have all these challenges. They are caregivers. They are all these things. But at some point, Spar says, let it be your me time with friends, with family, and walk together.
For Spar, this massive event underlines their commitment to giving back to their customers and the community of Pretoria at large.
It's the ladies' women's race, the most beautiful race. It's our way of also just giving back and saying thank you to all women and celebrating women throughout South Africa, not just in Pretoria. This year's theme, Find Your Wings, is so appropriate. It's not just about individuals, but it's also about finding your wings and helping other people find their wings. And this year, like every other year, once again, we've managed to accomplish that.
With the theme of giving back ringing around Supersport Park, the race charities took their place on the stage to receive generous donations from Spar and the legions of runners and walkers. But it was more than the charities that scored big. One lucky runner took home a brand new Suzuki motorcar in the massive lucky draw competition. What a day for her. Finally, race winner Glen Rosaba joined the other top 10 finishers onto the stage. It was a brilliant day for her, but in 2 weeks' time she'll have to be at her best again for the next Spar Challenge race in Pietermaritzburg on August the 19th. And hopefully you will also be joining us there for all the excitement.